Hello everyone, welcome to Salesforce Revenue Cloud online training program. My name is Mallika and I will be your instructor for this course. For the next few weeks, you will explore how Salesforce Revenue Cloud unifies your sales and finance operations, enabling seamless quote to cash and revenue lifecycle automation. If you have worked with Salesforce Sales Cloud or CPQ before, this course will take you further, showing how to extend your quoting, billing, and revenue management process into single automated platform. I'll be explaining you the agenda. In this agenda, I am explaining you first why Revenue Cloud matters and what is exactly Salesforce Revenue Cloud, and then learning journey overview, core curriculum deep dive, and also the implementation and management, exam preparation tips and assessment. So, throughout this entire course journey, you are going to learn all these things. Before I jump on to why Revenue Cloud matters now, I will explain you first what is Salesforce Revenue Cloud. So, Revenue Cloud is Salesforce unified platform that manages the entire revenue lifecycle from quote to cash and renewals to revenue recognition. It is a combination of multiple Salesforce products, that is CPQ, configure price quote, billing, subscription management, revenue recognition, that is account integration or revenue intelligence. Revenue Cloud provides a single source of truth for customer, product, and revenue data, enabling automation, compliance, and scalability. So these are the core components. That is what we have discussed now: Salesforce CPQ, billing, subscription management, and revenue recognition. These are the core components of the Salesforce Revenue Cloud. So all at one place you are going to get in a single platform. Okay, so there are key architecture concepts also available. I'll be discussing you in the further classes. Now you have a question, right? So why Salesforce Revenue Cloud? Only because we already have Salesforce CPQ billing, all these systems already available. Then why Revenue Cloud, right? The market has shifted. That means revenue is now dynamic. So from one-time sales to recurring and consumption-based revenue are evolving. So businesses are not just selling the products anymore. They are selling subscriptions, usage-based services, and hybrid models. So it will create the complexity in revenue operations. That is, we need to define the multiple pricing models like recurring and one-time usage, and we have also create the constant amendments like upgrades, downgrades, or renewals, and compliance requirements as well. If you are providing your services or products selling in multiple regions, and real-time reporting and forecasting needs. So all these things needs to be done at one point. So here comes into the picture Revenue Cloud. Revenue Cloud provides a unified framework to manage all of these in one platform. You need not to go to different, that is a CPQ in Salesforce for quotation, billing and ERP for invoicing, and renewals in spreadsheets, or revenue recognition financial tools. So it will give you a loss of efficiency loss. That means when you are having a disconnected revenue process, definitely we will lose the efficiency. Now the revenue, it will also, because of this efficiency, less efficiency, what will do, it will have a revenue leakage, that is missing the renewals. There are incorrect invoices also will be created, and manual hands off, that means manual errors will happen, and also there will be delay in generating the codes and providing the invoices to the customers. And data, inconsistent data, that is either duplicate data or data also is not correctly entered or not updated right regularly across sales and finance. So Revenue Cloud closes that gap with end-to-end revenue lifecycle model, ensuring sales, finance, and operations are share one system in control. Right? That means source of truth will be the Revenue Cloud for all these things. Because customers nowadays expecting a seamless and self-service commerce. So if you want to have a instant code, they are expecting instant codes, pricing transparency, and also self-servicing in order to buy or renew also, and flexible payment methods and billing options. So in order to provide all these things, we need to have a unified platform that is Revenue Cloud. So it easily integrates with CPQ billing and subscription management, along with enabling the self-service for B2B and B2B buying experience. For both of the platforms, for both the customers will be able to provide these services without any manual intervention. That means we can create automation for both the platforms. It is also very fast and speed and accuracy. So when you use the Revenue Cloud, we can maintain all these things efficiently, and the system also will work very efficiently. It will be a very faster. So if you see the metrics, three times faster for code generation and 40% revenue request reduced and 100% billing accuracy improvement. Definitely you can see all these metrics if you implement Revenue Cloud for the as per the customer needs. Okay, that's why Revenue Cloud matters now. Coming to the course, total 40 hours, that means 27 days. So daily I'll be taking of 1.5 hours, that is 1.5 hours. And I'll be giving you the real world examples by explaining each and everything how we have implemented for multiple business scenarios. And it should be like an interactive format. We will be giving you 10 minutes every day for the question and answer sessions. This is the high level curriculum overview. So I'll be going to cover all these topics related to the Revenue Cloud, because it is not like a regular curriculum. Why? Because I have as an architect, when I'm explaining anything to other people also, I'll think in such a way that we are providing solutions to the customers, end users. In that way only I will think, and I will provide the training also in that way only. So if I give training for the architecture level, then definitely developers also will understand, and we will also understand the functional requirements as well. Because when it comes to the implementation strategy, we need to understand the existing legacy systems and what is the data, okay, how we can migrate the data, and the data models that we are implementing are matching with the existing system. If it is a scratch from scratch, then definitely the data model will be very easy for us. But if you are migrating the project, we need to look into the data models and data strategies as well, that we will be explaining in the upcoming sessions. So first 3 days I'll be explaining the industry and business context, which means I'll cover the foundation and understanding of the why Revenue Cloud matters, like market trends, what type of market trends that we are seeing in nowadays, and revenue evaluation, business KPIs, what type of metrics that we are going to define by using the Revenue Cloud, and customer journey mapping. These things we are going to discuss in the first 3 days. See, remember one thing. So, whatever the things that I'm explaining are based on the real world scenarios and also multiple use cases. Okay. Coming to solution design and architecture, next 3 days I'll be explaining these things which are related to the solution designing as per the business goals. So for that we need to understand the existing system. Based on that we need to create the data model, okay, and architecture patterns like code to cash flow architecture, event driven integration using platform image if it is necessary, and API led connectivity with MuleSoft. So I'll be theoretically explaining you, okay, what type of integration that you can do based on the business goals, right? So we can explain multiple real world examples like business scenarios. Let's say an example, if you are implementing revenue flow for retail system, okay, so what are their products, and how we can design a product catalog, whether you can use the existing data model or not. If you want to customize the existing data model by adding the custom custom objects and creating custom relationship between other objects, and also how the data architecture would be, all these things we need to consider, right? So depending on the each and every use case, the real world example, I will explain you how we can design a solution. And after next coming days, I'll be explaining the product and catalog management. That means understand how to structure, maintain the governor the uh, product data within the CPQ and billing. Why? Because we need to design the product hierarchies, that is parent to child relationship, and product bundles as well. We need to configure them, and the pricing models also. Like I told you, we have to define the pricing models like one time, recurring, or usage based pricing, volume based or tier based. So these are different types of models that are um, coming up in the market now, right? And the life cycle management. So that is from product versioning to amendments. Like in between, we have the retirements, renewals, upgrades, downgrades. All these things are happening in between. So this is the entire life cycle management, how we can do that. And guided selling. So guided selling is really help the sales representatives to create valid and profitable product configuration. That also we'll be explaining here. So all these are related to the revenue cloud. Okay. And in the next session, we are going to discuss about the CPQ, which is related to the revenue cloud. Salesforce CPQ you already understand, but how we can configure price quote in the revenue cloud, that I'll be explaining. That is CPQ automation, automating the code generation, how we can automate this one, and approvals through rules and flows, and product rules will be creating, price rules also will be generating, code templates depending on the business needs, right? So we have to design the branded and dynamic code documents we have to create, and approval workflows also depending on the business use case, and optimizing the performance, that is managing the large product catalogs, pricing rules, and quote line volume efficient. All these will be explained with the multiple use cases. Okay. Next, order management, billing, and contact. This is very important one. Why? Because few systems we need to integrate with the ERP systems, where we will be getting the data, that is order related information from third party system. Once we get that order information, we'll be generating the invoices inside the Salesforce, that by using the billing, right? So for this, we have the contract lifecycle management, recurring billing system, invoicing, and ERP integration. All these things will be explained in the order management, billing, and contracts. And after that, we'll be having a revenue management, which is very important. That means how we are getting the revenue, from which sources we are generating the more income. These things will be discussing in the revenue management. We'll be creating the analytics, that is reports and dashboards also, for different scenarios for salespeople, managers, and also region based analytics reports will be creating. So how we can create the revenue recognition rules, and also how we can create the reports, and how we can include the performance KPIs as well. All these things we'll be discussing under this revenue management and analytics. Coming to implementation strategy, so this is like a project management or product management. So first you need to understand the existing system, that is based on that we plan and execute the revenue cloud project effectively with proper methodology. So we need to follow certain methods when you are implementing the revenue cloud, right? If it is an existing, for example, there are two types of implementations we'll need to take care. That is a migration. Okay, and another way is starting from scratch. So if it's starting from scratch, it will be easy for us. Why? Because anyway we know the data model that is available in the revenue cloud, we map with the business requirements. But coming to the migration, first we need to understand data migration methods. We need to define the data migration methods, and also map with the existing data model. We need to customize the existing data model based on the legacy systems that already they have, and based on that we'll be migrating the data. For that also we need to implement the different data strategies and integration paths, right? And after that we need to test it and the quality, right? So all these things we'll be discussing in the implementation and integration. And maintenance, that means once we go live, there may be a chance that we'll be getting bugs. So how we can resolve those bugs, and the user adoption, how we can leverage based on the Salesforce updates, because we'll be getting updates frequently, right? In the every quarter we'll be getting the updates from the Salesforce. So based on that, how we can update the system as well, on how we can do the continuous improvement. Documentation, what type of documentation that we have to create from starting to end of the project, that we are discussing here in the scaling and maintenance. And after that, I will do the recap session and help the people who want to do their certification in revenue cloud consultant. So that for that certification, I will help them how they can prepare for that, give you the tips, and also to assessment tests also I'll provide them. Okay. And for training also, I'll be taking the two assessment tests in the middle of the training session, and also end of the training session two assessment tests will be there. And for certification preparation, who are want to prepare the certification, for them also I'll be providing the mock exams of two papers. Okay. So that is all I'm going to cover in this entire training program. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can directly contact me through email. By sharing your questions, I will definitely reply you with all the details. In the description of this video also, I'm giving you my contact information, course details, and also the batch when we are going to start the batch, because it will be mostly will be having two types of batches, weekday batches and also weekend batches. So you can register for yourself depending on your feasibility. Okay. And if you have any questions, any doubts before registration, please get in touch with me. I will help you. Not only the revenue cloud, I am also taking sessions for other different clouds as well, even for the exams like a business analyst exam, and for your career development. If you are doing any career transition from other system into this system, I'm going to help you with that one as well. Okay. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video who want to learn the revenue cloud. Okay. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because you will be getting more and more videos related to the Salesforce. Thank you.